Good morning, my dear children. Today, in this module, we'll discuss about the topic elasticity of demand. That is from the second chapter in Microeconomics, the theory of consumer behavior. So, children, have you heard this word elasticity? What is the word meaning of this elasticity means? The elasticity means it shows the changes of the demand. That is how it changes, whether it is in an increasing proportion or whether it is in decreasing proportion or whether it is in constant manner. So all these things today we'll study in this module. So for that, let me explain what is law of demand. The law of demand states that if price of the commodity increases, quantity demanded will fall, and if the price of the commodity falls, the quantity will increases. So the law of demand indicates only the direction of the change in the quantity demanded in response to the changes in the prices. But elasticity of the demand states with how much or to what extent the quantity demanded will change in response to change in any determinants. So that's the difference between the law of demand as well as the elasticity of the demand. So elasticity shows the how much or to what extent the quantity demanded increases. In this, the concept elasticity explains that if price rises by 10%, what happens to demand? We know demand will fall by more than 10%, by less than 10%. So elasticity measures this extent to which demand will change. So this concept elasticity helps us to know the extent of the changes in the demand. So it measures the responsiveness of the changes in the quantity demanded to its prices. So it explains in a proportional manner. So according to the source of the change, the following types of the elasticity of demand can be mentioned. First one is price elasticity of demand. The second one is cross elasticity of demand. Third one is income elasticity of demand. And the fourth one is advertisement elasticity of demand. And according to the degrees of the changes in the demand, the elasticity can be classified into perfectly elastic demand, relatively elastic demand, unitary elastic demand, relatively inelastic demand, and perfectly inelastic demand. So the above one is based upon the types and the below one is based on the degrees of its changes. Here we can see the definition of the elasticity of the demand. The elasticity of the demand measures the extent to which the quantity demand of a commodity increases or decreases in response to increase or decrease in any of its quantitative determinants. So we have several types of elasticity of demand according to the source of the changes in the demand. For example, if the price is the source of the change, we have the price elasticity of demand. So the elasticity of the demand here takes into account what the responsiveness of in the various degrees of responsiveness of the quantity demanded to its prices. So the price elasticity of demand we'll explain first. The price elasticity of the demand is a measurement of the percentage change in the demand due to percentage change in the own price of the commodity. That is price elasticity of the demand. Once again I will explain. The price elasticity of the demand is a measurement of the percentage change in the demand due to the percentage change in own price of the commodity. The price elasticity of the demand may be defined as the ratio of the relative change in demand and price variables. So this is the equation to find out what the elasticity, the price elasticity of demand. Proportionate change in the quantity demanded divided by the proportionate change in its price. So in this you can see that the price elasticity is given in the equations. So that is the above one, the change in the quantity demanded. That percentage change in the quantity demanded, how we'll take? The first one is change in quantity divided by the original quantity, right, into 100, because we are just taking into account and we are considering for percentage. So we have to multiply with 100 and divided by the percentage change in the prices. In that also change in price divided by the original price into 100. So the equation becomes EP equals change in quantity by original quantity into original price divided by the change in price. So at last we can summarize EP equals delta Q by delta P into P by Q. That is the equation to find out the price elasticity of the demand. That is delta Q by delta P into P by Q. And know that EP means the price elasticity, the Q is quantity, P equals price, delta Q equals change in quantity demanded, and delta P equals changes in the price. So children, I hope this equation is clear for you. Yes, next we'll explain the degree of the price elasticity of the demand. 5 cases of the elasticity of the demand are studied depending upon their degrees. The first one is perfectly elastic demand. Second one, perfectly inelastic demand. Third one, unitary elastic demand. Fourth one, relatively elastic. And the last one is relatively inelastic demand. So this classification is based upon their degrees of changes. That is the extent to which the quantity demanded changes with its prices. So my dear children, I think my explanations are clear for you. So far we have explained about the definition for the price elasticity, or definition of the elasticity of the demand, and which are the different types of elasticity we have studied, and which are the different